Welcome to the You Need More Money podcast. I'm your host, Matt Manero. I come to you each and every week from my studio in Dallas, Texas. Reframing average is the topic of today's podcast. And I'm not talking about this thing that so many people talk about called average. I'm talking about my version of average and hopefully a new version of what average looks like for you, because I highly doubt you consider yourself average. Listen, most people don't consider themselves average, man. Hey, I read, I work my ass off, I grind, I listen to podcasts, I hit the gym a couple days a week, man. Hell, my life isn't average. I'm a player. Most people think you're just doing fine. Listen, deep down, we all know we could be doing more. We know that. We feel it every once in a while, but I mean, we move at a hot pace, right? A fast pace. We keep it going. Hell, as long as the bills are getting paid, I can run a couple miles. I got a few bucks in the bank, man. I'm all right. It'll all work out, right? That's what most of us really think. And we kid ourselves that we're doing well when really what we're doing is average or even below average, but we kid ourselves to thinking that we're doing more than average. The truth lies somewhere in that belief system. Because at the end of the day, I really do just want you to be happy. I mean, hell, you don't got to push that hard if you don't want to. I'm not here to help you with that. I'm here to just tell you there's another side to average. There's another way to look at what you're capable of accomplishing. In reality, I really just want you to live a happy life. I want you to be a great parent. I want you to have a few bucks in the bank. I want you to be satisfied. But that's just not me. It's just not my mindset. Every time I chill, I get pissed. I get a little crazy, man. It keeps me not fulfilled. I'm only fulfilled when I'm pushing. I wish I could be different, man. I wish I could hang out by the pool and do nothing but read a book on the beach on vacation. It doesn't work for me. I tried it. It didn't play out. I need to move. I need to be moving in a positive direction. There has to be some version of pain. I have a burning desire to be more than I am. I've been like that my whole damn life. And I sure as hell hope that at the end, when it all's coming to an end, that I don't miss this one and wish that I smelled the roses more. But it's not me. And I really believe that most of you don't want that life either. You want more. And I know that it's called a journey and it's not a destination. Well, let me tell you something, man. Sometimes it is about the destination. It is about achieving these milestones in our life. It is becoming a multimillionaire. It is stopping to be a fat shit. It is about building a business that matters. It is about helping more people. It is about being a great fucking parent and a great spouse. It's not always about the goddamn journey. Sometimes it is about the destination. It is about scoreboard. It is about check mark. It is about saying I did that shit to the best of my damn ability. And all this comes back around for me because after losing what's now 60 pounds, and I'm going to go another 20 or 30 pounds, the only thing I realize is I went from being below average to average. I'm just not a big fat shit anymore. But I sure as hell ain't Arnold or Franco or Frank Zane or Lee Haney or any of those crazy sons of bitches. I'm just kind of not so fat middle-aged guy, and it pisses the shit off, man. I'm going to get ready to do something crazy. I'm telling you, I'm going to ride a bike across the country. I'm going to do an Ironman. I'm going to do an ultra. I'm going to do something because the only thing I've realized now that I've lost this weight is that I only got to average. It's the same thing that happens in your life, man. The same thing happens when you start to put a few bucks away. You begin, oh shit, man. I didn't realize how below average I was. It's the greatest line in movie history in Wall Street where Charlie Sheen says, I didn't realize how broke I was until I started making a few bucks. You got to reframe your interpretation of what average is. And just because you came from the bottom and now you're not on the bottom, it doesn't mean you've achieved. It just means you ain't below average anymore. And it's time to level up and reframe your interpretation of average and move once again up the food chain. Listen, I got a few bucks. In comparison to most people, I got tons of money. But when I compare myself to the richy rich, guess what? I'm average. The richy rich got the rich. I'm just average again. When I compare myself to some friends and I compare myself to relatives and neighbors and shit like that, I'm doing great. But when I compare myself to the richy rich, I'm average. In fact, against a few of the richy rich I know, I'm way below average. And that fuels my ass again. Because I know to reframe average again by playing up, by reframing to a higher level. It begins to starve out the doubt, as my man Justin Blevins talks about, and starve out the desire to feel good about where you are. Look, man, I want you to achieve big freaking things, monster things. I want you to feel successful about achieving those things. The point is, don't let it get to your head. And don't start getting so crazy and full of yourself that you've really achieved a bunch of stuff. Dude, all you did was just get out of broke. All you did was just stop being fat. All you did was just start spending more time with your family or send flowers to your wives. It's still average performance. The challenge on today's podcast is for you to tell me what you're going to do that right now, this moment, is no longer going to be acceptable at an average level for you, and that you commit to one thing that you require yourself to move from average and become extraordinary in. I do not care what it is, but I want to hear about it. I want you to email me at mmanero@cffnationwide.com, and I want you to tell me the one thing, and I will be your accountability partner. You will hear from me at 2 o'clock in the morning on a random night when you started getting lazy on yourself. I will still be thinking about you if you email me and tell me the one thing that you no longer accept as average in your life and you require and commit to being exceptional again. Tell me one thing, man. Just tell me that you're going to spend more time with your kids, that you're going to throw the ball more, that you're going to stop being a fat shit, you're going to quit smoking, you're going to put down the cake and the candy, you're going to become a multimillionaire or get your business to $1 million in revenue. I want to know what it is. Email me, mmanero@cffnationwide.com, and tell me right now that one thing that you will no longer tolerate as average behavior and you commit to extraordinary, excellent, way above average performance and achievement on. I want to help you on that journey. And when you tell me what you're doing, it fuels me to continue my journey of not being average and middle of the road and just not 331 pounds anymore. I'm 255 pounds. And guess what? I'm no longer a fat shit, but I'm still freaking average. Just in the middle of the road, man. And it's pissing me off. That's why I'm going to go do something crazy soon. I'm going to get myself into physical condition. I'm going to be the most fit 50-year-old person I have ever met in my life. I'm going to be the best physical shape of anyone I know, 50 and above, maybe even 40. And I'm going to do something with that, man. I'm going to go do something that most people don't do. You know, one time I rode a bicycle from the base of the Golden Gate Bridge all the way down the Pacific Coast Highway to Mexico. It was like 800 miles. It took me a little over 2 weeks to do it. And I felt real good about that. I'm kind of thinking I might do that shit again, but this time I might ride all the way across the country. I might fly to New York and ride all the way to San Diego on a freaking bike. And maybe I'll get my 3 boys to join me. Hell, I might even get the rocker to join me. But if not, I might do that shit myself. That's about 3,000 miles. You ride 100 miles a day. That's about 30 days. That's an ass whooping right there. 100 miles a day on a bike for 30 days straight. Boom. I want to know what you're thinking about, man. Email me, mmanero@cffnationwide.com, and tell me the one thing that you are sick and tired about you playing average on and that you're committing to going to the next level. And the takeaway on today's Quick Riff podcast is to reframe your interpretation of average. Again, if you come from nothing and you become more than nothing, it still doesn't mean you achieved. It probably just means you put yourself into the middle, into the average, into the run of the mill, into the vanilla. And I'm challenging you, just like I'm challenging myself, that just because we moved from the bottom to something else, from the fat shit to less fat shit, from the broke guy to less broke guy, it doesn't mean we've really done anything exceptional. It pretty much just means that we put ourselves into the average category. And I'm challenging you today, reframe what average looks like and what it means to you. And I want to help you. So email me your one thing, mmanero@cffnationwide.com. And I promise you, when you send that to me, I will reach back out to you, and I guarantee you karma will kick in, and it'll be when you most need it. Might be a day, might be a week, might be 6 months, might be a month, but I'll ping your ass again, and I'll hold you accountable, and I'm going to ask you to send it to me again, mmanero@cffnationwide.com, and let's hold ourselves accountable to no longer being average, middle of the road. Let's push ourselves for excellence. I'll see you all down the road.